Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Rome 2 siege battle for you today, and this is an epic one. It's literally the title of the replay that I was sent by a member of the Discord. This is an epic siege battle between 6 armies. We have 3 defenders and 3 attackers. So today on the defense we have Macedon, we have Pontus, we have Pergamon, and we have Egypt. We have Pontus on the attack. That's why I'm getting them mixed up. We have Pontus here attacking along with Swaby. And over on the far side, we have Epirus facing down Egypt. So yeah, this is an epic one sent in by a member of the Discord. If you'd like to join my Discord server to send in your own replays or get involved in some battles with myself or some fellow subs, then join. The link is down below in the description. Feel free to join. Always looking for new players to play against or play with. And to make some epic battles with as well. But as you can see here, we have Epirus landing onto the wall. Looks like he's going to send some mercenary Italian swords up first. There they are, first brave men onto the walls to be met with some steel. And looks like some Galatians are ready and waiting for these guys here. I believe these Galatians are, yeah, Galatian swords waiting for these mercenary Italian swords. And these are mercenary, these are Samnites. Why am I getting them mixed up? It's because the Italian swords are in behind on the thing. Yeah, I thought they were Samnites. They look too heavily armed for Italians. But there you go. Samnites onto the wall. What a great start. I mean, they need to be a little bit careful because they're going to try and destroy this bit of the wall, and they could actually accidentally like kill their own men. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. Over on the far side, what is going on? I wonder. They're just doing the same thing as well. They're just about to land here with their troops. And you can see that Swaby set up his stuff very close to the walls with his guerrilla deployable units. So that's a very good strategy. Also over here, Macedon does have some cavalry, some Thessalian cavalry here. Is going to be able to sally out if needed to kill archers or generals or just lightly armored troops. Who knows? But yes, also if you're enjoying seeing Rome 2 content at the moment and would like to see more of it, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, guys, as well. Always appreciate the support, and show that support as well through a comment. As I do appreciate them and read them and try and reply to them as much as possible. As you can see here, we've got some militia hoplites that are already going in to engage some of these Celtic warriors. So this is the first bit of action that we're going to see today. And I imagine that these Celtic warriors will win this quite easily. Swords against spears. Militia hoplites a bit of trash anyway, and they're just kind of to hold the line while you get good kills with, say, like Javis or archers. And you can see artillery coming in. I think they're trying to go for these Cretan archers or just blobs of infantry. And they're going to actually try to go through the gate, Swaby, which is a kind of a bold play because usually gates are like very dangerous to go through because you've got like oil and the towers and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a dangerous play, and it looks like Pergamon looks like he was going to send some Galatian swords out to go and attack as well, but he's changed his mind. Got some Celtic warriors up here now facing off against these militia hoplites again. Another same scenario as earlier. I imagine the Celts will win this one. Well, actually Pergamon and Pontus, very interesting factions, both of them. They both have like Celtic influence in their factions. It's really cool. This unit here might not actually do so well because it's getting jabbed in the flank from, again, the spears. A solid unit to be bringing as Pergamon. You can see, look at all these like shots coming in. I believe that's Pontus' artillery at the back here somewhere. Yeah, Pontus is firing an Eastern Ballista over the walls, trying to get some good kills on this blob, the defense from Macedon and Pergamon. I think he's trying to go for Macedon's general. Yeah, he is. He's missed every shot there, but he is going for Macedon's general. As you can see over here, we have thorax swords now going onto the wall to contend with these Italian swords. And these are all peltas. I'm getting my Epirus units all mixed up today. They managed to knock down holes in the wall. It seems that this one bugged out here and didn't get destroyed fully. So yeah, they've managed to destroy some parts of the wall and get units in, have Epirus. But yeah, still got a lot to do. Still have a lot here to tackle. I mean, they should break through here, these mercenary Italian swords against Thoros spears. That's actually not, that's an even fight, I would have thought, but it seems like the swords are going to beat the spears. No surprise there. Glorious as ever is Rome 2. Always hold up for me. Yeah, Samnite warriors getting shot in the back, so this is really good. I mean, those Galatian swords have just broken, but they were holding long enough for these Cretan archers here to get some nice angles onto the wall. Always a good place to put units on the wall, and then just have your archers just rake fire onto the units that are being held back. Get some really good kills. You can get archers like into the hundreds doing that. But yeah, as you can see, they're now firing at the units that are like below, and they're not going to get as good like hits because they're not shooting to the flanks and the rear of the unit. Anyway, over here, the Italians are about to break, so imagine those Samnites will eventually be taking over from this position here. You see there, yeah, they're breaking. It was a 2v1, they were never going to win that fight. Yeah, but this Samnite warrior unit is getting absolutely destroyed by archers. It's down to 92 men. You need to be careful, they're really expensive infantry, some of the best that they can bring. And now they're being held up here as well, these Samnites, by a mere Thoros spear. They could just go like with a Italian spear, just go in between the two units. It's a risky play, and certainly these Thorax might deal with them. But it is a play that could be done. Egypt over here, still holding the line, doing his utmost best. There's a weird scenario. They're all fighting in Athens, and none of them are actually Athens fighting here, so it's kind of a bit weird. Egypt might not want to keep his Thorax swords back here defending these choke points. You might want to send them up. I would have all or nothing. Then you can retreat, like what's left. If you are starting to lose, you can retreat. But better to have everything there, because if you are then starting to win, or you can see ways that you can capitalize on your defense, you kind of want those 3 units there, I feel. Looks like Pontus had broken through that militia hoplite sort of defense here that we saw, which is kind of to be expected. He's got the towers and stuff to help him, so it's no surprise. Gemispear is winning here though against the Celts. That's no surprise. And now looks like the Galatian swords going in against Pontic swords. Kind of an an even fight again. But these Pontic swords are really well shoved up. It's a really good strategy by players you see these days playing as Pontics. They like spam out Pontic swords and like chevron up a lot. But it seems like the chevrons aren't going to be enough to stop this wave of militia hoplites and Galatian swords, which are actually chevron up a lot themselves. Swaby over on this side is sending up some. What's he sending up here? Night Hunters. Okay, yeah, this is a really good unit as well. These Night Hunters are pretty light in like on armor, but I'm pretty sure they've got some really good like melee stats. They're doing a lot of damage to these Thorax swords here, and that's probably a good trade. I don't know how expensive the Night Hunters are exactly, but I would have thought they'd be quite similar. But a spear unit for a sword unit in a trade is not a bad trade at all. You can see sword masters now going up onto the walls. If they can clear out this unit here on the walls, if the defenders aren't paying attention, they could then just get off the wall and they could flank all the Macedon's position here. So they need to be careful, does the Macedon. They can't just leave that unattended. Looks like Swaby's still struggling to get his towers on the wall, unless he's using the Scorpions, which might be the case. You can see like they have like little Scorpions up here on the towers. I think you're trying to maybe do some damage to some of the units below. I don't know. Maybe he is just struggling to get them up on the tower. I don't like on the wall. I don't know. We'll never know. Pontic swords in here, more being sent in, and now they're being held back by Macedonian hoplites. So Macedon's finally joining this brawl down here. Looks like Pergamon's starting to run low on reinforcements, or certainly like his first wave. He's actually got plenty left. He just doesn't want to commit all this stuff first, which is fair enough. Got a good position here, Dupontis, with their archers. These eastern archers in a very nice spot. I mean, they could definitely start. They could do damage to these archers back here. These pick peltas, actually, not even archers. They could certainly start to fire down on like these Gemma spears on here, kill them. That's a good target. I think that Eastern Ballista needs to stop firing. It's not getting any good shots. Let's actually see how many kills it's got. They don't often get many kills. 122 actually. I take that back. But it doesn't. Every time I seem to keep looking over here, it seems to miss every shot. It's still only. It's got a few of these general units, but. Need to be, I think they could be a bit more conservative with it. Certainly for late game. Pergamon's general's coming forward. Don't know what he's going to do with him. He's going to send him into this melee. He is. Well, Pontus, you can see, has sort of broken through. And they're going to try and get a flanking charge with the general. But Pergamon has a unit of cavalry that is not his general, which he could send in first. But there, he's going to send in his general. So Pergamon sends in his general. It's going to be a good charge into the flank. That's got a lot of kills there. But there is a unit of cavalry somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they've got these Hippias Lancers. Why didn't they just send them in? Why risk the general? I mean, he's not lost a single man, but yeah, you can see now that these Pontic archers are now firing at the general. He's only going to lose like one man. But yeah, It's a big risk. That's a big, like, clump of archers there that probably needs to get removed. And they could certainly send up the Cretan archers here of Mastodon. They could get rid of those archers because they're more heavily armoured. So they're winning an archer duel very nicely. Over on this side, we're back at Epirus' side. We've not really paid attention for a little while. Egypt's being pushed back a bit. He needs to be careful of these archers. These Cretan archers are about to get killed by Royal Peltas. And that's a huge loss. These Cretan archers, they're so expensive and so good. Can't let them get killed off by Pick Peltas. I don't know if they were still at ammo because they were still firing those Rhodian slingers up there, which have got a good angle as well. I mean, they're just firing down into that street. And they're able to pin down these Sobek cultists, these Cretan archers, anything here they can pin down. Interesting to see these Sobek units in combat. Let's kind of go into their point of view with their crocodiles on their back. How many crocodiles had to die just to get out this one unit? They've got really good melee attack, I believe, but they've got like such low morale, not morale, armor. As you can see, that's why the Pick Peltas are retreating. Or Royal Peltas, not Pick Peltas, but you know what I mean. I'm mixing up those Javis with the sword unit now. What have I become? I've become a rambling fool. But then again, I already was, so it doesn't matter. Got these Thorax still holding on the wall here against the Peltasts. They should hold for a while. It's a pretty standard fight here. Yeah, combat even. I don't know, they might win. If they keep this tower, no, they haven't got the tower anymore. I was going to say, if they kept the tower, they could just keep shooting down. They could do with setting up some units to deal with these Rhodian slingers. Bit of an interesting move by Epirus to bring 2 slingers. I would have brought 3 Cretan archers and 1 slinger if I had to. But Egypt is certainly getting pressed back. He has to give up this area here and fall back to this choke point here. And maybe even further back. He might want us to think about falling back to the main choke point. Possibly. But his allies are doing quite a good job. And as I thought, they've got off the wall here. Has Swaby. His swordmasters are off the wall, and he's now fighting down below. I think he should have gone for the archers. I mean, he's going to get got a good charge on these Thoros spears, but the archers would be such a big win if he could kill them without Mastodon realizing. Because I don't think Mastodon still realized. Like, he's not sending anything up to support it. He just thinks his unit of Thoros spears is in combat, I think. And the swordmasters are cleaning house. I think they must have run off the wall. Like, they landed here. I think they've been pushed back. I don't know. Oh no, maybe they have just landed on the wall and got off. I didn't even realize though that Swaby lost his artillery like early on. That's really unfortunate. That's such an expensive thing. Yeah, Pergamon here must have shot it to pieces. That's such an unlucky thing to see. But yeah, fine. Actually, no. I say finally. They're not even doing anything. Still, swordmasters not going on to the archers like they should have originally. But yeah, they're going to cut these poor guys down. That guy had a javelin in him and then got killed by a swordmaster. Like, he was already going to die, man. He had a javi in him. Through his chest. He wasn't surviving this fight. Yeah, those Cretan archers are going to go. You can see now that Swaby's starting to commit more and more. These Bloodsworn, yeah, I don't know whether it's a really good idea to send them through because I bet they lost a lot of men to the oil. You can see in that there, but now it's neutralized. They should be okay. But maybe the defenders want to retake that because the gate's very useful to hold. They are routing these archers on the wall here. I believe that might be because of Cretan archers being set up. I'm not quite sure, but they are now routing a lot of Pontus' stuff here. But at a cost, they are losing a lot themselves. Like, I mean, Swaby's sniping off some archers, which I don't think he's even aware of. Yeah, I think Pontus' general is actually going in that direction. Yeah, look, we can... Oh, no, he's not. Surely Pontus' general, he's going to tell, yeah, Macedon's going in with some Thorax. Finally, going to deal with these swordmasters. They have had far too much free reign. I was going to say, surely Pergamon was going to tell his ally. Here we go, Pergamon's going to go for a rear charge. We'll see it coming through in a moment. And there we go. A rear charge into those units. I mean, again, I don't know why he's committing his general so much. It's a really good general. Yes, Pergamon Noble Cavalry. But you have a Hippias Lancer. Fresh. Use this. Don't risk your general and the game with some risky general charges. He's down to half strength now. It's very likely he could die. The Javi's in the back from the Thoros spears here. This is like execution. Now they're gonna rear charge. Oh, and another rear charge from the Pergamon cavalry. absolute chaos in here. Absolute chaos. And that's why I love Total War. Chaotic sieges like this. And they basically dealt with this little flanking force that Swaby set up. He's just got one unit of swordmasters left. I mean, they could probably just... They could choke it down here with the thorax swords, but... I mean, now they could definitely just charge it now while it's trying to set up. Charge half the unit while the rest is on the tower. That would be what I would be doing. Don't give them a moment's rest. What have we got here? We've got hoplites. Yeah, they need to fall back. They're just getting shot by a tower. But yeah, I mean, Ponce is like... Looks like he keeps making progress and then like takes 2 steps forwards and then 1 step back almost. He keeps losing a lot of units, but he seems to have more to come in and just take on the... take on the burden. I mean, what we've got in here now, hoplites, they're really showing up. Again, I don't know why you bring hoplites. He's got thorough spears. I'd probably bring, yeah, either thorough spears or more swords, because hoplites on the attack, I never find are very advantageous at all. And I mean, he's probably going to lose. He's sending this hoplite unit forward. It's probably going to get killed by this Galatian sword. They need to fall back these picked hoplites, picked peltasses. Yeah, in they go. They're going to go in. They're actually like formed like a crescent formation, and they've surrounded that hoplite unit, which is now just got charged again by this general. This general, if this general does not die, I don't know. It deserves to die a bit. I mean, at the same time, he's done such a good job with it, but it does deserve to die a bit. It's been just charging into some really strange combats. Knowing my luck, I would be losing it, but certainly like. Swaby need to be focusing it down. Swaby and Ponce need to focus that general down with what archers they have. I mean, you can see though, so many are dying to the oil. Like, they just keep sending men through this gate. I think like they must be newer players, because they must not realize that the gate is a very bad way to go through. They are breaking these units here. That thorough spear is now gone. Swaby is short another unit, but here comes another thorax. Just when you think you're making progress, another thorax unit appears. This is a club levy. I know it's Bloodsworn. They just look like they'd have clubs, but I just thought for a moment they were club levy, which made me kind of laugh. I didn't realize Emperors had elephants. I know they have them in their like roster, but did not realize they brought some. Well, this could be huge. These elephants on the battlefield could be huge. Empress is making a lot of ground compared to his allies. So he needs to certainly start pressing on. If he can take out Egypt, take the point, which is just here. This is the main cap point at the foot of this like Acropolis here. He could just like win the battle. He just has to then take it, defend it, and then it become like Pergamon and Macedon as the attackers. They'd be trying to retake their point. And I mean, they certainly, I think Pergamon and Macedon could possibly debate about falling back. I mean, they could beat Swaby and Pontus. I mean, Pontus is nearly out. He has just got his cavalry left that's not really engaged, and this Thoros spear. But Swaby has still got a lot left. He's got a lot of sword masters. He's got Bloodsworn. He's got a lot of infantry, and I don't know whether they've got enough infantry, the defenders, to actually beat all this stuff. They might do. It's just hard to say. Seeing some good volleys here from the archers, they're flanking fire. And yeah, now they're like counter-flanking these units. Pontus is getting out-moved. He's pushing a little bit too hard. Like, I wouldn't be pushing past here until this unit's gone. This unit has to die before I'm pushing on. But he's going to send this unit on. It's getting surrounded, and it's going to lose. Which is just a shame. And so is this unit. This unit's like struggling as well. He is one now, so he can push on now. But it's just Macedon sends another unit back. These Thoros spears, I don't even know where they were. They're now going to try and deal with this Royal Cavalry. We've got some Galatian swords at the end of this road. Kind of waiting for, probably waiting for the general. They're going to probably javvy him so hard. I mean, they've got Pick Peltas here as well, which can javvy as well. Yeah, here he comes. I bet he's going to get javvy to hell. I bet those Pontic cavalry are just praying that these guys have no javies left. Looks like they have no javies left. Oh, that's nasty. That is nasty. Yeah, I think all of this stuff has no javelins. And those, like, that carry just killed, like, surely, like, half that unit. If not more. Yeah, 57 kills. They have killed, like, a good portion of that unit. Now they're being chased back. They are losing a fair few men as they retreat, but, so they might get caught. You need to be careful. Yeah, Pontus is being very aggressive here now. I mean, he could just flank around all of this stuff because there's nothing defending here. Just get Javies up. Just anything. Just shoot. Oh, he's just gonna cannonball into this unit. That was quite nice. It wasn't a great charge. A bit tired, I think, these units. But yeah, they just need to focus this unit down. It's gonna pinball. It's gonna pinball just off both these two sides. So that's really well played there by Pontus. Oh yeah, that's nice. That was a good charge. Jeez, that unit is just going to rack up because it's down to 51 men. It definitely could get another few more kills. Charge into this unit here. They're going to mess this side up. Luckily, Pontus has like nothing left, so it's okay for him to be this aggressive with his gen. How many kills is it on? 180. It's now being pinned down by the Pergamon's Royal Cavalry. If Pontus can kill Pergamon's general, that's huge, and that's a big win to end on for him. Because then he could break the rest of the Pergamon army. Or Swaby could anyway. It looks like he's going to try and retreat out. Oh no, that's to be the death of him. Should have just stayed in combat. Hoped he could break this general. Somehow he's managed to get his general out of combat. I'm not sure how he's managed that. And he survived. Wow. Okay. Very impressive. Another charge here from this general. Both sides being really aggressive with their generals. I really love that. High risk plays. This Pergamon's general must be in the 200s. No, it's actually got less kills than Pontus's. Shows that Pontus maybe got the better charges off. Oh, this is going to be nasty here, though. You can see that Epirus is setting up his archers and stuff. And he's got his slingers here, but they're setting the archers off the better angle. And he's going to be able to fire over the top of this cliff and down onto these units on here. He should definitely set up his units in this gap here. And over here as well. You can definitely do that. You can move them even closer, get some nastier angles. And it'll basically make this whole position indefensible for Egypt. But yeah, defenders possibly not doing so well on this side, but on this side, they're doing very well. I mean, Swaby's now having to send in his reserves. And he's going through the gate. Well, actually, this is Pontus. Pontus is going through the gate. I think Swaby's holding back with what's left. But Swaby will have to go in. There you go. Swaby coming in now. Again, going through the gate. It just... that's a natural choke point. Don't go through it. They've opened up other areas. Go through them. I really liked what they were doing, Swaby, when they were flanking over here. I know it was a small force, which got picked down. And yeah, you can see the final ones here, 89 men. It's still causing issues. But when they were doing this, when they were spreading their forces out, yes, it got picked off eventually. But they stretched the defenders. They also found new ways in. They were able to go after archers and stuff like that. There were positives to that push. So yeah, I feel like that was their right decision. They should have sent maybe more this way. They should certainly be sending more stuff over towers, but just not pile everything through these gaps. These two little gaps here. Literally, they could go down all these towers that they've planted here. There's literally nothing defending here for Pergamon, and Pergamon can't afford to hold. Pergamon and Macedon, can't afford to hold all of these points. So I think that's where the two defenders on this side have gone wrong. They've been too narrow-minded with where they're going to go, which is a very narrow, some very narrow choke points. Is what they've decided to go through. Go over the towers, do whatever you have to do. Just stretch the enemy. Always the first thing you should be doing. Stretching enemy. I mean, sometimes yes, with brute force and going through one or two choke points, you will break through if you've got very superior units. But I wouldn't say Swaby and Pontus are massively superior to these two factions. Pergamon and Macedon, very good factions to defend with. So and you can defend with a lot less as these two factions and beat a lot. So Macedon will have pikes and stuff like that. They haven't got them today, but have pikes. I mean, the Gemma spears of Pergamon, very, very good. So yeah, it's a tough one, a tough lesson to learn, but they may still break through. You never know. Or they may decide to fall back, the defenders, especially with Egypt looking a little bit on the weak side. But I mean, Egypt has luckily still got some good units. He's got his Royal Thorax. He's got Thorax swords. He's got pikes. He's Royal Guard. He's got a lot of expensive units left. So yes, these are good units to hold on to and have the last stand. can see these Royal Thorax here, ready and waiting. Already bloodied up a little bit. I think they're being shot at by archers and stuff. If I was Epirus, I wouldn't be holding up on this assault because you're just allowing Egypt to do more and more. And I would certainly be pushing, like, maybe my elephants to deal with these guys. And I'd also be taking out archers with my remaining archers because I don't want my elephants getting focused down by the defending archers. I want my elephants to just be able to run through everything that's in here. That would be what I'd be saying. I won't. Yeah, these pikes. Who cares about these pikes? Like, you could just take them out with elephants, or your own pikemen, for instance. That'd even be better. Yeah, even elephants charging a pike so actually probably isn't a healthy thing to do. But certainly charging like through all the other choke points where the pikes aren't would be perfectly fine. Royal Peltas here, they're beating these swordmasters. Very nice. Yeah, they're just, like I said, they're just piling through a couple of choke points. It's making it so easy, life so easy. Swordmasters here, where are they? They are about to get flanked, is what they are about to be. You can see they're turning around now. I mean, they're winning in one area. They were winning here. I mean, they're getting rear charged constantly. This Hippias Lancer, they now send in the fresh Hippias Lancer. It's not so fresh anymore, but yeah, I mean, they've done a really good job. Instead of using their cavalry offensively and styling out, they've used it quite defensively. They just rear charge stuff, which is a really good play. It allows your infantry to like win in other areas. So yeah, you can see like this one's got 101 kills already. It's done really well, which is yeah, it's a good play. You can just use cavalry. Certainly on a map like Athens, it's got some nice open areas. You can get some really nice rear charges. And you can see, oh, look at those rear shots from the Javies. Yeah, these Royal Peltas here just jabbing into the back of these swordmasters. And now they're going to combat against them rather than get javied. And you imagine that the swordmaster unit here will lose. It's been in combat already. It's bloodied up from all those javelins against a fresh Peltast, or a relatively fresh Peltast. General now looking like he's going to be coming in for Swaby. Wadnaz spear. Good spear unit. Yeah, it just looks like they've been just outmaneuvered, the defenders on this side. They're going to get rear charges again. I mean, it's going to be costly. The defenders on this side will have barely anything left. They need more swordmasters. They really do. Another charge coming? No, they were actually retreating. Okay. Oh, wow. Chain route there, though. For Swaby, looks like it. And these Royal Peltas are breaking. Looked like they were going to chain route at one moment. These Bloodsworn were about to go. They did kill those swordmasters off. So it's just down to 3 units of melee infantry. They've broken this swordmaster here. Charged these big Peltas. I mean, they've got the units. I mean, they're actually basically just down to generals and a cavalry unit for infantry. I mean, they could, and they got this Royal Peltas here. That's the main issue. That one Royal Peltas. General here for PopeJohn surely is dead. Yeah, he's recently just died. Okay, so the general has just died for PopeJohn, so he could just break any moment for PopeJohn's forces. It could be close. It could be very, very close indeed. I mean, it will be, for sure. I don't lie about epic battles. Yeah, this Hippias Lancer, I mean, still getting good kills. I mean, you can see here the PopeJohn starting a rout. That's not a good sign. And these Macedonian archers going. This Royal Peltas still holding. I don't know whether they're going to have enough then to then stop Epirus, because Epirus has still got healthy stuff, and he's got the elephants. I don't know how much ammo they've conserved. Let's have a look. No, these guys have swords out. That's a bad sign. These Cretan archers have no ammo. Rhodian slingers, they have their slings. They have nothing in their hands. So that means they have a sling still. These Cretan archers, they have their swords out. Epirus, I think, is in a really good position here. His elephants are basically just clean through to go anywhere they want on this battlefield. They are not going to get shot by any archers. So that's huge. So it's going to take a lot of infantry to send those elephants berserk now. I mean, it's so close on this side. I mean, Swaby, I said, like, if they'd been a little bit more versatile where they went over, I think they would have won this very easily. Because, like, going through, like, narrow-mindedness, going through these 2 or 3 choke points here, and like I said, yes, they did go over here, but I don't think they did it enough. But yeah, going through these 2 or 3 choke points here, they nearly annihilated the 2 armies here, did Pontus and Swaby. Like, this is it. What I'm just showing you here, that is it for these 2 defenders. And that's not going to be enough to help against Epirus, I don't think. So, yeah, I think this was really an easy attacking victory if they just attacked over the walls a little bit more. Yeah, these, look at these. These sword masters are running away from their problems, and the problem being the royal peltasts. They'd rather take out these pick peltasts. So many peltasts. I mean, these pick peltasts might still have ammo, which is why they're probably trying to get them out of there, because those pick peltasts might be able to deal with those elephants. Or certainly help. Javies are quite good against elephants. Oh, that was cool. That guy there with a flaming arrow, he just blocked that with a shield. He was like in mid-animation, and then the arrow just came in and hit the shield. Like he meant to do it. And there you go. Swaby's gone. So now what remains of Mastodon and Pergamon can go over to the other side. Yeah, I think the general is still alive for the shield bearers. But like, barely. And here we go. It looks like Epirus is ready to go. He's got his royal peltas here, and he's jabbing into the back of this thorax sword. And Egypt's not realised. He needs to do something about this. I wouldn't be using my Javies too much. I'd be wanting to use them on this pike unit that's coming up to support. But yeah, certainly a good... I mean, you can see here again, these mercenary Cretans just focusing down this pike unit. They're in a real sticky position here, are Egypt. And here they come. The mercenary Indian war elephants coming up. And that's a really nice position there for Rhodian slingers. A nice little tower spot. I love that those towers are a thing. You can just set up slingers. You give them a bit more of a purpose. And yeah, here we go. The elephants are coming. Let's just get rid of foliage so we can see what's going on. Oh, yes. There we go. And they just go on through like they don't even care. And they're in combat. And instantly that unit will be losing. Yeah, it's already lost 50 men. Royal Thorax swords, they're really in trouble. And they're trying to retreat. And that's possibly actually the worst thing they could do. I don't know. They're going to lose a lot of men. They're bringing up pikes. They're bringing up more Royal Thorax. Send in infantry. They need to send in infantry to support this elephant. Yes, it's a really cool thing, but elephants are going to stay alive so much longer if you get infantry in there. And they're going to try and attack the pikes? No, they're trying to avoid them, I think. Oh, that elephant. See, that's how quickly an elephant dies to a pike unit. They need to get the elephants out of there. Or infantry in there, one or the other. Yeah, these pikes will mess up these elephants, like the ones really close to them. Look, no one goes. So quick. Oh, that's not a bad charge, though. That's not a bad charge. But yeah, they're running in front of them. These elephants need to be careful. They are still very vulnerable. They've gone berserk, out of control. So it only took a couple of pikes to send them out of control. So sending in infantry, they just are so much more safer, I think, because you can just support them so well. Yeah, these pikes are in a bit of trouble. Epirus needs to send up the rest of his infantry really quickly. Over on this side, infantry going on against Cretan archers and thorax swords. Yeah, these royal peltasts will do quite well. Pikes for him to support. They'll easily be able to overwhelm this flank with the pike support. Especially with Egypt's pikes busy with the elephants. Obviously you can just use elephants as a big distraction, but it's an expensive distraction. And they are well and truly out of control. They've lost about half their unit now. And the Hellenic Royal Guard's not dead. That's got to die, I think, before... that should have probably had to die before the elephants went in, I think. But this pike, yeah, it's still or they should have been committed somewhere. They should have let the infantry go in first, let the pikes get committed somewhere, then bring in the elephants. Like, elephant against swords, swords have no chance, but spears and pikes have a bit of a chance. These poor elephants. How many kills are they on? That's actually an interest. I don't think they're on many. Maybe 100? 187. They're getting close to a decent amount. I think 250, 300. You're getting a good payoff for them. But they're not going to get there. Maybe get to 200. I don't know. This one's struggling on his own to get kills. And they're trying to focus this unit down now with Javis, which is a really good idea. I don't know if they're going to have enough in infantry now to actually do it. This cavalry over here from Pergamon coming into Epirus's Cretan archers. Big win here. I don't know if this Cretans still had ammo. If they did, they haven't used it up quick enough. And this Pergamon's cavalry is just persistent. You see here, they're winning here, though. They're pushing back. This is like Epirus's big, like, opportunity of winning this big flank over here. His elephant is still alive, though. His one elephant. What shall we call it? I'm going to call it Betty. Betty the elephant. Betty. Don't know why. I think if Betty survives, then this has been a good video. Here we've got cavalry coming in. These pikes are getting jabbed to pieces, though. This cavalry can now just go in and, like, I don't know, just charge these, charge this infantry. I would be charging infantry right now. Like, sorry, archers, not infantry. And this is a crying axeman, to be fair, actually. Good unit, again, to focus on. This, yeah, we'll be focusing this down with archers, because that's a really good unit. Pikes are going to charge. Not a bad idea. Not a great charge, though. Just send the infantry in. Just allow the infantry to flank these guys. The pikes are going to take forever to reset. Got their general out there with no losses. That was very impressive. I mean, they can just charge everything over here now. Charge all of this. Before he charges pick peltas, get around these units. This pick peltas here, or the royal peltas here, is a bit of an issue, though. It's going to be close. Epirus is going to have to do a lot of like hammer and anvils really quickly. He's losing here. And Betty's dead. No, where did Betty die? Where did Betty die? Is she over here? She's running in this direction. I don't know. Maybe she died with the rest of her kin here. She must have died with the rest of her kin there. That's a sad sight. Ruined video. 0 out of 10. Betty didn't survive. I'm joking. It's been a very good battle. Very good. I hope you guys have enjoyed it just as much as I have. And yeah, look at this. There's Piking getting surrounded now by Egyptians. I don't think Epirus has got enough. I thought they might have had enough. But I don't think the elephants were poorly used, but they needed infantry support. And like they had all these these peltas. Should have sent them up with the elephants. And they can just do so much more damage, elephants, when they have support. Egypt is losing here, though. His Korean archers are dying. I mean, it's all coming down to a few blobs of infantry. They're going to send in their cavalry. Going to rout this pick peltas, you imagine. Yeah, that'll probably go in about 2 seconds. They should have been jabbing or shooting this general. Like, Karani Axemen have no armor, so just kill them with archers. It's such an easy way to kill them off. We still have, like, Epirus's generals now trapped in combat with slingers, with shield bearers, all sorts. He's trying to get out of there. He needs to be careful. And this is a bit dangerous by Epirus because he just sent all his troops into support here against his pikes, with the pikes. But now they're just going to get surrounded, which is a big risk. Over on this side, looks like these Royal Thorax have just beaten the peltas here. They'll now be able to go up and deal with those Rhodian slingers. We'll go over here and deal with those archers. Whatever they choose to do. But yeah, it's looking a bit dire here. You see these pikes starting to break at 82 men. They just don't know which way to form, and there you go, they're gone. And that's probably going to be it, I imagine. I don't think Epirus has got enough. Unless there's a chain route from Egypt, like right now, I don't think they have enough. Not looking good at all. But yeah, look at these Kranian Axemen. Like I was saying, they have literally no armor. They're wearing a tunic. Like they're not wearing any armor. Nothing there at all. But yeah, it's just down to these final few units. Just the general, another Royal Peltas, and this general's going to be just going for kills, I imagine now. Just getting kills on like these poor Cretans, for instance. Oh dear. That's an execution if I've ever seen one. Yeah, if they get this general, then it's kind of GG, really. Everything else will probably break. So yeah, we'll just fast forward just for the sake. Nothing really massively going on here. Just waiting on Epirus's generals to just charge in, get trapped by these thorax swords, do you imagine? But it's been a bloody one. It's been a bloody one. Like, if we just come over here, we can look at this. Look at where all the fighting went on in this choke point. Literally, all the bodies for this fight have just been in this area here. This is disgusting. Look at all of those bodies. Even more here. Just goes on. On and on and on. And then over on this side, I mean, it's a bit more sparse where the fighting's been going on. But yeah, Epirus did a really good job on the first wave. And I think he should have possibly attacked while like, you should have killed those Coriolanus axemen. Don't worry about the pikes. There was 1, 2, 3. There's like several different choke points that they had to come through. And Epirus had 2 pike units to their 1, so they would have broken through somewhere, and the pikes could have got flanked. They should have focused on the general and just try to kill him with the archers, and maybe the pikes. Maybe the pikes. One of those 2 options. Just to allow the elephants to get in, do a lot of damage, and then, like I said, the elephants should just need infantry support. And I think Epirus would have had this, and then he could have probably held this. And literally, as we saw, Pontus and Macedon had nothing left. Not Pontus, Pergamon and Macedon had nothing left to beat Epirus if Epirus was defending this spot here. But here we go. Epirus' now general is breaking. I think he's just died, actually. Just died charging in here, getting a jabby to the face. And there you go, a costly victory for Egypt and their allies. So we'll end the replay and have a look at the end results. So yeah, this was sent in by Arcturios, who was playing as Egypt, and yeah, he did very, very well. Actually got the least kills out of any of his allies, but still nearly getting 2,000 kills, so he did really well. So yeah, we'll have a quick look at his results first. His general getting 133 kills with Coriolanus axemen, very nice. His archers here getting 252 kills, really good kills. I think they might have got most of theirs early game, shooting the men on the wall. And then his slingers getting 179 kills. His pikes only getting 46 kills, such an expensive unit pike as well, and he didn't get any kills really. His Royal Thorax swords getting 222 kills, very good for them. And then his other one only getting 35. I personally don't like bringing Royal Thorax. I prefer to bring Royal Peltasts, but they did quite well, yeah. And then his Thorax swords getting 194 kills. His Thoria spears getting 55 kills. I see he did quite well. And then we've got Gian Kenas here, who's playing as Macedonia. His shield bearers getting 191 kills. His Thessalian cavalry, which I actually didn't see sally out, I forgot all about it. But they actually did really well. They got 162 kills. I did really, really well, actually. I presume they went after Pontus and stuff like that. So yeah, that's unfortunate we didn't see that. I forgot entirely about them. Then the Cretan archers here, 161 kills with his Cretan archers. His Royal Peltasts getting 224 kills, 337 with this one here, even better. This is why I bring the Royal Peltasts. They do so well. Thorax swords, 216, sorry, and then his Thorax spears getting 105, which is pretty good. Then we have Mad Raccoon, who was playing as Pergamon, and he was a madman indeed because he was sending his general in first before he had this fresh Hippias Lancer. But yeah, his Pergamon noble cavalry getting 219 kills. His Hippias Lancer 275, even better. And then his picked Peltas 306. They did insane, these guys did. I presume they got some really good javelin volleys off. His Agama spears 206, 225, did really well. His Galatian swords 192 kills, 211 in fact, even better. And his militia hoplite down here getting just 54 kills, but they were just cannon fodder really. But he did really well, so well done to Mad Raccoon. Then we have Martin Santro 54 playing as Pontus. His general did really well, 217 kills. His Eastern Blister 122 kills. I feel like he should have saved some ammo for late game if he could have pushed through with it. Could have used it then. His archers only getting 67 kills, so poor. Then his hoplites 141. His mercenary Celtic warriors 142. His Pontic swords getting 178, which is not bad for them. And his Thoros spears getting 117. Then we have Revolver Alex, who is playing as Swaby. His general getting 114 kills. His archers, which are equally just as like they've got such little armor, just like Pontus's, that they just got focused down and just killed so easily. Only getting 47 kills. His Bloodsworn getting 166, best one, and then his Night Hunters 22 kills. I thought they got more kills. He's going to be doing a lot of damage to those Thorax swords, but maybe not. His Swordmasters, which he spammed out, 241, 248, 302. Wow, they did well. So yeah, really well done with his Swordmasters. They did a lot of damage. Then we have Commando 220, who's playing as Epirus. He got 277 kills with his Hellenic Royal Guard. Very good for his general right at the end there. His Mercenary Indian War Elephants, 210. Betty will be proud. Did very, very well. Got to that 200 mark, which I think is a decent enough payoff. 300 would be better, but I mean, it's certainly like elephants. They could have racked up so many more kills with infantry. support. And then his archers, for like how expensive these archers are, he only got 52 kills with them, which is a real shame. He actually brought 5 units of missiles, which I don't think anyone else did. So I don't know if that was against the rules or something. I just realised that. But his slingers got 164 kills, which is not too bad. But yeah. And then we've got his Samurai Warriors, 154, did quite well. His Italians are just nothing, they're just kind of cannon fodder. His Pikes, 107, and his Royal Peltast, 404 kills, 236. Again, another reason why I bring Royal Peltast, they do so well. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this replay. I certainly did. It was a really epic one indeed. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And don't forget, we are working towards 3k subs, so yeah, all that support is very much appreciated. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.